Here are some tips on art. Recall them all before you start.
When you draw, start by drawing light. You might improve your drawing that way. You can darken when you get it right. The dark mark will look okay. This is a tip, an itty-bitty tip on art. When your pencil takes a grip on the paper, if you're hip, you'll remember these tips on art. Don't be scared, you'll make a boo-boo. Be brave when you take your pencil for a ride. You can fix it before you are through, and you can show it off with pride. Think of a shape that fits what you will draw. A rectangle could hide under a cow's hide. Change it a bit, that's what the eraser's for. This plan will help your pictures look right. This is a tip, an itty-bitty tip on art. When your pencil takes a grip on the paper, if you're hip, you'll remember these tips on art. I'm a creative cowboy, be a creative girl or boy. Creativity and planning are chums, sorta like saddles and bums. Getting ideas, I've been told, is like finding a nugget of gold. Use my tips when you draw some, you'll be clever and awesome. Begin with the biggest shapes to start, then think small and put some details on. Big and small make good contrast in art. It'll look swell when you get it done. This is a tip, an itty-bitty tip on art. When your pencil takes a trip on the paper, if you're hip, you'll remember these tips on art.
Howdy folks, Cowboy Billy here. You know, everything in this wide world is a shape. Yes sirree, so if I was to draw anything, I'd start with shapes. I like drawing horses. I'll start with shapes. Circle, circle, triangle, triangle. Ooh, he's got too pointy a nose there. I'll just chop his nose off. Okay, long rectangles. Join them together. Well, that's the shapes. Let's make it look a little more like a horse. Okay, now that's the basic idea of a horse. Once you got the basics down, do details. Oh, I better do detail now. There we go. Well, I guess cowboys do have tails. Tall tails. Ha ha.